touch to get there. Leg.
Is that right? Watch that lap, baby. Watch that lap. Watch that lap. Watch that lap. Let's box. Let's box. Nice. Beautiful.
We lock in. Let me turn this on. Okay, B3 Picks TV. We back again. Tap the like button, follow the channel, help the channel grow. We definitely working, right? Shout out to the Sports Talk Network, the People's Network. We doing our members raffle today. Shout out to all the members, everybody that's showing love and support, helping the channel grow. Y'all already know what time it is, man. We gotta lock in and be intentional. We gotta lock in and be intentional about what we do. I'm getting my studio set up. In the future, right now we making strides on TikTok. We getting a lot of things going. Y'all see, I got my new chair. I got this chair, y'all, on Amazon for $110. It massages my back, and you see it got lights. It got all type of different lights on it. We can do just teal. We can have just teal lights, right? Or we can get them moving. Or we can get them moving like that. You feel me? We got so many different options. Get y'all love this shit. Man, it's massaging my back right now. I'm thankful. I'm gonna share the screen I'm gonna share the screen in a second. We're gonna enter the names of all the members. We're gonna enter the name of all the members, and then we're gonna go from there. We're gonna go from there. We're gonna have a good day today. Today we're gonna talk about David Benavidez versus Ramirez. We'll go over the card. Beautiful Connor Walker's fighting this weekend against Sam Eggington. That should be a good fight. Great scrap. We also have the Mongolian Mole. He's fighting tonight on Pro Box at Maryland Live Casino. That's gonna be lit. Also, am I missing anybody? Nakatani Anyway. I didn't even update the graphic. What's happening, Zan? Appreciate you. Appreciate you pulling up on me, always supporting. Let me change the graphic. Because we definitely doing weekend fight predictions today. Now, if you haven't yet, go ahead and lock in with Champ Brawls. Get into the Champ Brawls Pick'em League, lock in with Champ Brawls. Get your picks in. It's mandatory. I don't see why you're not doing it. He literally has a $200 cash payout for the winner of the league. It's only 12 weeks. $200 cash payout. He's going $50 for the person that gets the most KO round predictions correct over the season, and $50 for you getting the right split decision, majority decision, and draw predictions for the season. So lock in. Lock in if you can. Shout out to Kale. Appreciate you, Kale. Thank you for that love and support. We definitely need that support, y'all. We need people around us that want to help us grow, that want to support the channel. Appreciate you, Kale. Putting some color in the chat early. Yo, without you, I mean, I can't wait to get my sound bites and stuff like that. I got the mic right here. I got a little mic. And we're gonna have our sound bites. Everything is grassroots. We build it from the ground up. I got a little soundboard right here. We're gonna have some fun. Once we get everything set up and rocking and rolling. Once we get everything set up, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fire. So thank you, Kel. Appreciate you for your support. You already know we definitely working. Thank you for that, right? Color in the chat early. Um, when you starting a business, when you doing a venture, uh, you have to set standards for yourself. It may even be a paywall. When you have a value, when you value what you're doing, you have to set boundaries and have a standard so people can value it as well. People are not going to value it off face value. They're just not going to do it. You have to set that precedent. You have to set that standard. So that when people say, okay, this is how I got to deal with you. This is what I got to do. Either they can meet it or they can't. Either they're going to support you or they can't. It's just that simple. You have not because you ask not. The people around you, they need to be supportive of what your goals are and they need to get away from you. It's just that simple. I'm the type of guy, I'm going to pray for you and wish you well. If you got an envious and jealous and negative spirit, I don't want you around me. I'm going to pray for you and wish you well. It's not you, it's a spirit within you. No hard feelings. But you got to be intentional. You got to set certain boundaries. So you got respect around you. So you have order around you. That's what it's about. Um, I was gonna wait. We got a few people in the room. Shout out to everybody in the room. Make sure I hit the follow button. If you can, touch the cash app, touch anything. The super thanks, the super chat. Shout out to Kel. I'm gonna do the super fan raffle. I'm gonna cash app or Zelle somebody 25 or PayPal it. Somebody 25 bucks. Looking at our member list, we only gonna have 12 entries. The first time I think we had 15 or so. We're only gonna have 12 entries. That shows to me that people are not being intentional. They just doing stuff just to do it. And then uh if you support somebody, you should ensure that if you support me, make sure that money is coming out for me. Make sure. Don't have me waiting or to check on it or whatever. No. Make sure. It's just that simple. I can bring something to your attention, but make sure. We're this week, this one we got Big Dog Willie, Angie Baby, Hadelin, Kale, PSAB, Pop Smoke, Vay, TD Sports Talk, Prize Fighter, Cloudboy AB, Free, and Ty. So if I did not call your name, don't join the panel. Just that simple. Don't hit the link. Do not join the panel. Do not ask for the link. If you don't have $7 to support the platform to help us grow, don't hit the link. It's just that simple. If I choose to drop you a link, that's on me. If I want you on the panel, shout out to Bruce Gas. But if you're not a member of the page, you know I do a members only panel. Don't disrespect me and hit my link. Don't do it. We're not doing that. Then everything we doing is we're gonna have purpose and have intentions behind it. We not over here playing games. A lot of people they moving around, they not being intentional, they blowing their money on smoking weed and OnlyFans. We ain't doing that. Everything we doing is intentional. Appreciate you, Bruce. Appreciate you, Free, pulling up on me. Uh,
Yeah.
Free, how you feeling today? Talk to me. All right, let me just. I'm gonna get us. I'm gonna get everything set up for our members on the raffle. Then we already know we're gonna get into all these fights this weekend. It's a lot of action this weekend. A whole lot of fights. Break it down for me, Free. How you feeling about this weekend, and what fights are you most looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to the Zordo and David Benavidez. The Nakatami and Moss Inoue, I would be looking forward to that, but it's so early in the morning. They said it's supposed to start 8 o'clock Eastern time, so I
Yeah.
might be up for that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to be up for that. It really is going to depend on how how the night go. How, you know what I'm
But
saying? And
if I'm up, I'm a probably call it live. I'm probably gonna call the
I'm
fight
talking
live.
about it. Okay, bet. Okay, that's good to know. That's definitely good to know. And this shout out to the super fans. So we do our super fan raffle as well on TikTok. Right now we have about 34 active on the super fan on TikTok, but a lot of those were gifted. Shout out to all the people that's gifted super fans. Kale gifted a lot of 'em. So we did a super fan raffle on TikTok and Kale won. Shout out to Kale. Kale also come shout out to Kale Chris. Kale also blessed us today, putting some color in the chat. See, you gotta everybody not gonna want to support, everybody not gonna see your vision. I'm blessed to have people that want to support, want to see the vision, want to help me on this journey. It's a process, it's grassroots. We still in our infancy. We just 1 year on social media. I was off for 11 years. We 1 year on social media. So I'm thankful, I'm blessed, and I'm thankful. And let me update this list real quick. We're gonna update the list. We're gonna add all of the super fans and we're gonna go from there. While I add all the people free, um, and make sure y'all follow D Free Sports Talk. Phenomenal brother and a great commentator. He do football, boxing, basketball, all different type of sports. Wealth of knowledge. Make sure y'all follow D Free. Free. Let me ask you this: a lot of people talking about Benavidez's weight. They saying that he might start off good, but then gas out towards the end of the fight. Do you feel the same way about that, or do you have like a different viewpoint? Like, break that down real quick for me.
Nah, I don't have a problem with David Benavidez's weight. I mean, I don't know what they're basing it off of. We've seen David Benavidez go up to 75. Um, any stamina. So I can't say because he moved up 25 more pounds that he's going to have the same issue. I mean, he's going to have that issue now. Um, I know people believe that the more weight you put on, the slower you get, but I don't think David Benavidez has a problem with putting on weight because he's used to being a bigger guy. Um, so I don't think that it's going to be an issue with David Benavidez. I'm trying to see how much he came in for this fight because I don't think he. I mean, he didn't come in at 200 pounds, so I think he was like right around 190 for this fight. So
They already did the weigh-in free.
yeah, they did the weigh in yesterday. I didn't see it. I was doing some stuff, so I didn't get a chance to see it. Right now,
You mean they probably did it early this morning, it being Friday?
uh, they did it yesterday.
With the you talking about Nakatani and Inoue did it yesterday.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Nakatami. Anyway, yesterday. David Benavidez is today. That's why
Yeah.
I'm thinking the fight is tonight. It's tomorrow. So yeah, so
Mhm.
like David Benavidez, his last weight he came in at 174.3. Ramirez came in his last fight at 199.8. So it's a 25-pound difference. I
Mm.
think David Benavidez is probably gonna come in somewhere around 193, 194. I think he's gonna put on like 20 pounds. I don't think he's gonna put. And he said this is the best he's feel. He never had to go through camp where he had to cut weight. So
Mhm.
he's feeling good right now. So I think David Benavidez is going to be much much more energetic. I think he might even be more powerful because he doesn't have to cut weight. Even at 75, he had to cut weight. So I think he might be more energetic than most people thinking because this might be his natural weight class. It might be closer to his more natural weight. Because a lot of people always suspected that David Benavidez walked around at like 200 pounds. Well, if he walked around at 200 pounds, then he's more comfortable at this weight. And from what Malik Scott said, because Malik Scott is Zordo's trainer, He said Ramirez walks around at 230 pounds. So he's the one that got to cut 30 pounds to make this fight.
Mm. Yeah, that's a great point. That's a,
They
I'm right
said,
there
they
with
said
you.
David Benavidez walks around 205. So that means he only had to cut 5 pounds to make weight.
Mm. Oh, you said Benavidez, he walks around 205 for you?
Yeah,
Good, okay. Because he David about 6'1" and a half, 6'2", so
yeah, he's well they got him listed at 6'2". They got Ramirez listed at 6'2".
okay.
They got Ramirez
Shout out
with
my brother Prize.
yeah, they got Ramirez with a 75-inch arm reach. They got David Benavidez 74.5 arm reach. So they roughly the same size. Roughly the same size. It's just
Mm-hmm.
Ramirez might be a little heavier than David, but I don't think that's going to be an issue for David. I think it'll be more of an issue for Ramirez than it is for David.
Yeah. Yeah, I think David is going. I think he's going to look phenomenal versus Zerto. I don't see. I think Zerto is a good boxer. He has a lot of experience, but I feel like Benavidez is a special fighter. Isn't Benavidez your number one pound for pound free?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. This is going to be
Until somebody beat him, I got him number one.
mhm.
Or until I see somebody that I believe can beat him. I mean, right now, the only person I think that can possibly come close to beating David Benavidez if they were the same size is probably Jerron Bruce Ennis.
Mhm. Yeah. Not even enough. I don't think Fundora could do it. So would you put Jerron at number two, or you
Well,
got somebody else?
I got Jerron number three. I got Fedor number two because Fedor is fighting behind the jab. But if Jerron and Fedor make that fight, and Jerron beat Fedor, then Jerron will be number two.
Appreciate my brother Prize, man, blessing us, put some color in the chat. I'm thankful that y'all did this because I ain't gonna lie to y'all. For May, or excuse me, for April, we made $92.44 for April. So that's why I had to cut the hours back. We got to get genuine support. I do have to get push the shorts and push videos more so we get more people in here kicking it with us because YouTube won't even give you a payout unless you get at least $100. So they're probably gonna have to put 2 months together for me to get another payout. The first payout I got was like kind of like a 2 month thing. It was about 212. So I'm thankful for that. I paid tithes on that.
Aircraft, Aircraft said, "Free, can you explain your pound for pound criteria? If both guys were the same size, who do I believe won? That's the
Yeah.
criteria of the pound for pound.
Mhm.
It's not my criteria. That's the criteria that they came up with when they made it. If these guys were the same size, who do they believe won? That's the
So
criteria.
now when you
They
say
got votes.
size, for you talking about weight class, right?
No, I mean it doesn't matter what weight class. If they were the same size, who I believe won?
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So for instance, do you got Fondora beating Boots?
I don't know. I got Fedor number two right now because he is fighting behind the jab. I don't know if Fedor be boost. I think it's a 50-50 fight because Fedor he's fighting a lot better fighting behind his jab. If
Yeah.
Fedor was fighting the same way he's always fight his entire career up until the last three fights, I would say I got Zeron over Fedor. But
Yeah.
because Fedor is fighting behind that 8-inch arm reach, I don't know if Boots can get around that. I gotta see it. That's why I say it's a 50-50 fight.
Carrier, the man did not stutter. Yes, Fondora number two pound for pound.
Yeah, I got Fedor number two. No, you tell me who beating Fedor. Who you got beating Fedor right now? The only guy he lost to was a guy that got a lucky punch, and that's when Fedor was liking the fight on the inside. Since Fedor been fighting from the outside, nobody's even been close to beating Fedor. I heard a lot of people say, "Oh, Chief Thurman, he got the footwork. He's a crafty veteran out there. He's going to get Fandor. Fandor don't know how to deal with that footwork." Man, Fandor went in there and beat Chief Thurman to a pulp.
That's a fact. That's definitely a fact. Um, the link is in the chat. Any members want to pull up on the panel, you can definitely pull up. Shout out to AB pulling up on us. Appreciate you, AB. AB said, what did AB say? He said, two, and he fought nothing but punched out old men. Wow, AB.
Um, he only fought one old man. Everybody else he fought was young guys. He only fought one old man, and that was Chief Thurman. You gotta go back and look at the resume. He only
Mm,
fought one old man.
mm.
I
Man,
know everybody
Fandora,
thinks
people sleeping on Fandora. People
I know
sleeping on
everybody
Fandora.
thinks Ersan Lubin is an old man, but when Fandor fought Ersan Lubin, he was 28 years old. He wasn't old.
Nah, hey, check it. I said punched out. I meant to say punched out in old man. Tim Zoo when he fought Tim Zoo the first time when he had got that elbow. After that, Tim Zoo was punched out because he fought Bakram, got beat up. Then he had barely won the next match. Then he fought Fundora again and got beat up. He was punched out. Eric Salubin punched out. He was already knocked out in the first round against Jamel Charlo.
Mm.
You know what?
Then
What I heard, what
hold
I
on, hold
heard
on, hold on.
before.
Let me finish.
Hold
Let me
on,
finish.
hold
Hold
on.
on. This
Let
is
him
my
finish,
last one.
man.
Can I get
Let
my
him finish
last
real
one?
quick.
I
What?
just got on.
What?
Then the guy he just fought. Shout out to Florida, by the way. The guy he just fought. He was 37 years old. Ain't been in the ring in a couple years. We already been seeing his holes with the body shots and all that. He go in there and beat on him. They stopped the fight. So we gonna really get this man credit for beating up these kind of guys when he already got knocked out cold by Mendoza. And we seen what Mendoza looked like the same night that Fandora fought. Um, what's my guy name from Florida? Right now. I'm losing it.
Keith Thurman.
Keith Thurman. They fought on the same night. We seen what Mendoza looked like. Come on now, let's not do that, Josh. And I'm
Okay,
not saying that.
are
And
you
I'm not
finished?
saying. I'm not saying. I'm not saying that he not a threat or nothing like that. But I'm saying everybody giving this man praise when like we got to look at bro opponents like bro his opponents ain't like that.
Well, the problem that I have with that is this is my pound for pound. I can put whoever I want on it. What I see is what I see. What you see is what you see. The
I'm not
second part,
saying
the second, hold on. I
I'm
let you
laying
finish.
down the facts. You laying down the
Let him cook,
opinion.
AB.
I
Let
let
him
you
cook,
say
AB.
what
You
you
got
wanted.
it. Let him cook.
I let you say what you wanted to say. The second problem that I see with what you're saying is you're making a whole bunch of excuses because what I heard before Fandor won those fights was Fandor is not going to beat those guys. What I heard when he fought Ursaluba, Ursaluba's going to beat Fandor. What I heard when he fought Tim Zoo's going to stop Fandor. What I heard when he fought Keith Thurman is too slick for him. He got too much of a veteran ring generalship over Fandor. Now what I'm hearing is there's a bunch of excuses after he won those fights when everybody else is kicking those guys he beat. I'm hearing a bunch of excuses. And you said Keith Thurman ain't fought in a couple of years. Keith Thurman had just fought the year prior to him fighting Frendor. Frendor was the one that got set out the ring because he got injured. Keith Thurman had just had a fight that was supposed to fight. Frendor got injured. And so Keith Thurman had to wait for Frendor to rehab from his injury. And then they made the fight. He wasn't out for no couple of years. He had just fought the year prior.
You done?
Let me do this. Let me do this, A. Let me do this, AB. And I just want to say this to Kerry. Kerry, you know Fandora, he's the new PBC stalwart. He's a PBC darling, and he's kicking ass and taking names. He should get out. He should get support. Let me spin the wheel for a quick. Let's do our raffle so I can put this down because I want good quality. When we chop up the videos and things like that. So this will be our second one. I'm gonna cash up a Zelle to win $25. If Ty win or I got to figure out, if Hayden win or PSAB, I'm gonna do that. Clout if AB, D Free, Pride. TD, I can get to y'all real quick. And give it and give y'all the winner, right? Give y'all the winners. I appreciate all the love and support. We gotta build this thing up. It takes discipline. You gotta, if you have not, you better ask for what you need. And I appreciate all y'all supporting me as much as y'all can, right? We're gonna spin the wheel, and the winner gonna get a $25 cash out from me or Zelle. All right, let's do it. Hold on. I wish I had some sound effects. I got my little soundboard. We working. Everything's a process. All right, so we're gonna spin it. The brother that don't need no more money. Prize fighter. Shout out to my brother Prize. Prize, what you could do is, I know you're gonna probably grab a bag of Dutchess on me. Shout out to the family. Appreciate you, Prize, for all the support. Prize, he just blessed the super chat, said we working. Well deserved. Prize is the one, he put it on our group. The Sports Talk Net will let us know we do have to support each other financially. If you don't support your brothers financially, it's gonna be a disconnect. And ultimately what that means is you either not working or you don't want to see your brother grow. That ain't your brother. If you can't support them in your way, everybody can't support people the same. Everybody's capacity is different. Sometimes you can support by showing up, sowing time. Some
And
people
then
can support showing
tell you
paper,
I
growing,
passed.
sowing paper. So listen, Prize don't need the money. Prize me. They want me spending the Prize. You want me to spend it one more? If Prize say spend it one more, do you want that 25, or do you want me to spend it again? Let me know, Prize.
That man said, yeah, buddy, I'm not passing.
Let's just see. Prize might say, go ahead and spend it again. If you want to bless somebody, let me know. Let me know, Prize, or I'm gonna cash app it to you. I'm gonna send it to you. And listen, I'm just thankful to have it to be able to give. Shout out to the family Bentley. I'm just thankful to be in a position where I can support and give back. 'Cause I've been working. I've been really getting to it on TikTok and building up on YT. So I'm thankful.
He said he
I'm
keeping
definitely
it. He said,
thankful.
hell no, don't pass it. He keeping it. I
Pride,
said,
my brother. uh,
Paul trying to get right for the fight.
Pride said, go ahead and go ahead and get me a little bottle, B. I ain't mad at you. Shout out to my brother Prize. We're gonna do this every month. The more support we get, the higher we gonna go. The more people we get involved, the higher we gonna go, y'all. All right, let me put this down. Hold on, AB. Let me do this because you got a lot of feedback. Let me do this real quick. We're gonna get the layout back up. We're gonna get the layout back up. I appreciate all the love and support. Hopefully y'all hear me.
Yeah, I
Um,
think
okay, lock. Let me put the spinning wheel down. That's it. Prize, you gonna send me your cash app? Too much money ain't enough money. I know that's right, Prize.
yeah.
He said too much
Oh,
money ain't enough money. Let's
hey,
go.
Cram, I don't rock with Sebastian Fendor like that. I just call it down the middle. I mean, I see this guy and I see his
Hey, so I can't
improvement.
get my point off.
Oh
Good.
yeah, do your thing, AB. And Prize,
Now,
message me.
what I was about to say was he's saying excuses, but I'm not naming excuses. I'm naming the facts. Is it a fact that Fundora beat Erickson Lubin after Erickson Lubin was knocked out cold? Yes or no?
Knocked out
Yes.
cold win.
By Jamel?
In the
Yes.
first round by Jamel Charlo.
You talking about 6 years prior to him fighting Erson Lubin?
It don't matter.
Yes, it does matter. You act like he
It
was
don't.
knocked out cold. He was knocked out
So
cold the very fight before he fought Fendor. He was knocked out
that
six
don't
years prior.
that don't matter. The thing is, Errol Spence flew out the car a couple years before he fought Terrence Bud Crawford. So we gonna say that
So
don't matter because it
no, it
wasn't
doesn't
a
matter.
year prior.
No, it doesn't matter. That's an excuse. It doesn't matter. He said he was good enough to fight and he got in the ring. That's an excuse. It doesn't matter. If you get in the ring, you went through training, and the doctors cleared you, you got in the ring, it's no excuses. You lost. That's an excuse. Yes, it's a
So
fact that you got knocked out, but it's an excuse the reason why you lost to
All
Sebastian
right, so let
Fundora.
me get to my point. So check it.
Let me answer this real quick, AB. And shout out to the brother Bentley blessing us with some color in the chat. Thank you, Bentley. He said Benavidez and Inouye parlay sounds any good? Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. Both of them sound good to me. AB and Free, they'll get their opinions on it. Go ahead, AB, cook on it.
Nah, I was oh, the Timzu fight. So when Timzu got cut, because we ain't gonna even talk about that fight particular. But after he got cut in the first fight, what happened after that fight?
He got beat up
By who?
by Fundora.
Nah, I'm talking about after that fight. When he fought
Oh,
Fundora and he got the tune up and then what happened?
when he fought Bottom the very next fight?
Yeah. It wasn't the next fight, but yeah.
Yes, it was. It was the very next fight.
I thought he had got a tune up between that fight,
No,
but
it was the very next fight. Because they said they
that don't
didn't
even
know
matter. But yeah, he got knocked out against Bakram, right? So so he got knocked out against Bakram. He came back and fought Fundora. And what happened?
he lost it.
Is that he got beat up. He quit, right? So now he fight Keith Thurman. What happened before he fought Keith Thurman? Now you can say it's an excuse, but these are facts. It's a fact
What
that
happened
Keith Thurman. Come
before
on,
he
you gotta
got
let me
beat up?
finish because he lets you rap and I can't even rap.
He said what happened. I was answering the question.
Okay, go ahead.
What happened before he fought Keith Thurman is Keith Thurman had just came off a win.
I'm asking about how long was he? What? Okay, between the fight when he was active and then he fought Fundora, how many years have went by and how many fights have he had in between the Fundora fight?
One year and one fight. He fought the
Right,
year before.
right. And how many years was that?
One year, one fight.
No, you're not listening. You're not listening. I'm saying between the Fundora fight and between the Fundora fight and the fight before he was active. I'm not talking about the one fight that he had. I'm talking about when he was active, when he was fighting once a year, twice a year. How many years was that?
Keith Thurman, let me pull it up because
That was like 4 or 5 years or something like that.
you want to go all the way back in time where Keith Thurman wasn't active.
I'm not trying to go back in time. I'm getting to the point.
Go back in time. You say you're not trying to. Keith Thurman fought Brock Jarvis in 2025, and then 2023 he fought Mario. I mean 2022 he fought Mario Barrio.
2022 and we in 2026, right? So 4 years. So 4 years he only had fought one time. He's 37 years old. 37 years old. Hold on. You can't say it no matter how old. That's bullshit. That you saying some bullshit right now.
Hold on, hold on,
You know
AB.
that matter.
Hold on, AB. Keep it above board. Appreciate you, bro. Let's keep
All
working.
right.
And
So
let me just say this. I want to help because I want to jump in real quick. What he's saying is his premise from the beginning was Fondora resume look a little shaky. He
hold
got
and
clipped.
and look,
He got stopped by Mendoza, who we know is a puncher, but Tim Zoo pretty much walked him around the ring. And then after that, he got some. I mean, he got Keith Thurman, but Keith Thurman was 4 years out of the ring.
okay,
So
and look, and I'm finna wrap it up. Hold on, I'm about to wrap it up. I'm about to wrap it all up. Hold on, let me wrap it all up, right?
Luther
So
Alberto
now,
Bar Claudio.
so now, right? And on top of the fact that happened, we have seen, like I said, the holes when it came to going to his body before he even fought Fundora. So we already know his body was broken down, right? So to wrap it all up, so now we talking about him in the post press conference saying that he is not fighting nobody outside the PBC, and recently Jamel Charlo went on the interview and is saying that he is in talks with Fundora. So what I'm seeing, and this is a fact, this is not no opinion, this is not no excuses. What I'm seeing, how they trying to pave this man's career, is that they are lining him up to fight nothing besides old and punched out fighters. That's a fact. Because Jamel Charlo is how old and how active has he been?
What the fact is,
come on, bro.
Hold up. What the fact is, the man Sebastian Fundora just said, I want to see after the winner. We could see about making that fight happen between Jerron Businis and Xander Zayas. Whoever wins that fight, we could see about making that fight happen. That's what he just said. I'm not talking about what he said after he fought Keith Thurman. I'm talking about what he just said.
So check it. Now this is what I found funny, right? Now I remember when everybody was scrambling and scraping with the whole interaction that Jamel Charlo had with Jerron Ennis at the fight, right? At the Virgil Ortiz fight. Everybody was like, he need to get a tune-up. He need to get a tune-up before he fight Ennis. Now that's respectfully. That's respectfully, because I respect, I do think he will need, a tune-up to fight a dude at that level. So he's saying dude stay on topic. What are you talking about, bro? I'm talking about the same thing. I'm making my point. My point is this. My point is that Fundora, his resume is not no number two, like top
What does that
three
got to do with
resume.
anything?
That's not a top dog type of resume. When you got
What does,
somebody he's been knocked out cold. He been knocked out cold by Erickson Lubin, and we seen bro. All right. And the
what does
crazy
that
part
have to
is,
what does that have to do with anything? What his resume is? Daggone Brad
bruh,
Crawford.
I just broke it down. I just
No,
broke down his
no,
resume.
that has nothing to do with what
He's
I
saying
see
I'm
in
all
the
over the
ring.
place. I
No,
just put
no,
everything
Hold on, hold on,
together.
hold on, AB.
stop
AB,
talking.
you
You
cannot.
again.
You don't worry about Carrier. Let's focus on us
You're
and
not
Free.
talking. You hear what I'm saying? His resume has nothing to do with what I see in the ring. Y'all look at people's resumes and go off of accolades and all that stuff. I go off of the skill set. What I see in the ring, what I see when he gets in the ring with
Against
guys.
old punched out men. That's my point.
No, he fought one old guy. And once again, I kept hearing people saying Keith Thurman is going to beat Sebastian Findor. Now that he
Who?
beat Sebastian Findor, now that Sebastian Findor beat Keith Thurman, oh, he was an old guy.
Wait, who? Who ever said that Keith Thurman was gonna beat Fundora? Who said that?
Coach Eddie said it. And a couple of other people said it.
Who?
Right on Coach Eddie and a couple of other people right on this
Bruh.
same
Coach
platform.
Eddie, the same one that said Brian Norman was gonna beat Devin
It doesn't
Haney, so
matter.
his
It
opinion
doesn't
don't
matter
even
what
matter.
it doesn't matter
It,
what
hold
he
on, I'm
said.
gonna say this, AB. It does matter, but yes, Coach Eddie and FaZe definitely had
Come
Thurman, but
on
I think
now.
they was wishing on a star. They
We
already
know who was
knew.
holding it down for real. Come on now, don't do that.
No, the
But
thing
the
is,
people saying
people was picking Chief Thurman to win on
knock it
that.
off, kid. You know I didn't pick no Keith. Stop it.
I didn't say you. Oh, you talking
Now
about Eric?
I'm in the chat too. My bad, AB. I just told
Now
you
D
not to do it,
free.
and I did it.
Now
My
I'm gonna
bad.
keep it real.
Well,
Now D free.
no,
Now I'm gonna keep it real though. Now your opinion, I like your opinion by saying he's a top dog. I understand that, and I totally agree. He is definitely a top dog when it comes to him being in the ring. He's a beast. But to say that he's like top number two when he got like his his resume kind of shaky, and then he got that stain by getting knocked out.
so
And then
let
you
me
got,
let,
hold on. This is what I'm saying. Then you got somebody like Josh Kelly. Josh Kelly. Now this is the thing, I ain't even throw Boots in there. I ain't even throw him in there. I'm just saying you got somebody like Josh Kelly who beat Bakram, a motherfucker who. Oh my bad. You got somebody like Josh Kelly who beat up Bakram. Somebody who everybody was saying is the boogeyman. Who everybody was saying he's the number one guy.
and once
He's the
again,
they were saying he was the
you was
number one
listening,
guy.
if you was listening to me, you would have heard me tell you Botrom is not on. The same way I
Hey,
keep
look.
telling people, the same way I keep telling people that Magnemov is not on that. He got his name off of beating Tim Zoo. Magnemov got his name off of losing to Bud Crawford. I told all these people, these guys are not all that. Y'all hyping them up because they beat somebody that y'all thought was great, or they lost to somebody that y'all thought is great. I been said
See,
Botrom wasn't all that.
nah, I agree with you
Like
for sure. I already knew. I had him.
I look at what goes on in the ring. I follow these fighters. I go back and look at how they improve and how they haven't improved. And that's why I come up with my
See,
pound for pound the way I come up with my pound for pound. I don't go by, oh, this is a big name fighter, or he got these many accolades. I don't go by none of that. I look at these fighters and see
Okay,
if
okay.
he's improving.
So okay, so look. Okay, now let's go by your standards, right? You talking about in the ring, but that's my thing. In the ring, as time progressed, his opponents have been getting older. His opponents have been having more holes in their game. You get what I'm saying? When he was fighting guys who was giving him comp, like Tim Tszyu in the first fight, like Erickson Lubin and Mendoza. At the time, those guys were a little younger. They didn't have that wear and tear on their body. And now it's like now that time is progressing, of course he's gonna look better in the ring against guys who's a little older and guys who are punched out. That's all I'm
Yo,
saying.
yo, listen.
So how can we really say he's getting better if the guys are
Hold
getting
on.
older? His resume of guys is getting older.
Who was the guy that beat Tim Tszyu first?
Fundora.
Okay, so we can't say he was punched out. He already beat Tim Tszyu. He was the guy that beat Tim
No,
Tszyu.
this
He was the
but
guy.
look,
He was the guy that beat Tim Tszyu. He beat Tim Tszyu first. Now
Hey,
you
let me
got
okay,
say,
to
let
but
me
give
look,
jump
me
in. Let me
but
jump in real quick because I know y'all. I know my good brothers been seeing my shorts and everything. What I've been breaking down. We gotta help the channel grow. Uh, support the membership. If y'all had a membership and your membership went inactive, lock back in your membership. Appreciate you, AB. Appreciate you, Free. I want some of my brothers on the panel, but to show up to continue to move the channel forward, we need y'all to support the channel. It's Friday. I know some people get paid every 2 weeks. Some people get paid every once a month. Some people get paid on the first and the 15th. Understandable. If you only got $7 in your account right now, lay off the weed. Listen to Stephen A. Lay off the weed. Lay off the drink. That's the only reason you shouldn't have $7 in your pocket. And if you tricking it off, let's work. Y'all jump back in. Free. Go ahead, AB.
nah, he got it. I gotta walk inside the building.
Okay, appreciate you. Free. Let me pivot the conversation real quick.
what?
Now, let me ask you this. So we're gonna keep it kind of on front door. So let me ask you this: if they were both the same size, you would have Benavidez beating Fundora?
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yep.
Even
That's
with
why I
him,
got.
even with the jab, even with him fighting behind the jab now.
Yeah, I think Benavidez because Benavidez knows how to put on pressure. See, Benavidez ain't worried about a jab. I seen him deal with a jab. They're going. Taylor Platt was putting the jab in Benavidez's face. He kept coming at him. I seen David Morrell put a jab in Benavidez's face. He kept coming at him. I seen guys put jabs in Benavidez's face. He keeps coming at him. Benavidez is a different animal. He's a different animal. That's the reason why
Yeah.
Canelo won't fight him. He'll fight everybody else, but he won't fight him. There's a reason for that. There's a reason why Bud said, "Nah, Benavidez is too big for me, but I'll fight Canelo."
Hey, that's a fact. 100%.
The only person that's acting like they want any smoke with David Benavidez is John Obertai. He's the only person that's acting like he want any smoke. And David Morrell wanted to smoke with David Benavidez. You don't hear nobody really calling out David Benavidez. David Morrell was the only guy that I heard call out David Benavidez. John Obertai now saying he wants to fight David Benavidez, but David Benavidez was the one that approached him and said, "I want to make this fight happen." So now John
Yeah.
Obertai, his back is against the wall. He like, "Hey, David Benavidez coming up here. He's gonna take over my weight class. I gotta fight him." But he was asking to fight David Benavidez. That man wanted to fight the same guy that David Benavidez is fighting right now. He wanted to fight Zordo. David Benavidez came up there and said, "Okay, I'll make the Zordo fight." Zordo didn't ask for 12 million to fight David Benavidez. Or if he did, they gave it to him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Now, let me ask you this. What do you think? How you think this fighter is going to do? Oh, this is a pay per view on the zone. We got the ultimate package. Do you like this card? Let's hypothetically speaking, if it was a PBC pay per view, would you invest $75, $80 for this pay per view?
No,
Mm. Break
no.
that down because Benavidez is your number one pound for pound. Break that down as to why, free.
Benavidez is my number one pound for pound. I like David Benavidez. I have no favorites in this boxing industry. There's no favorite. My favorites they retired years ago. Everybody knows Sugar Ray Leonard, Roy Jones are my favorite fighters all time. But this is not a pay per view worthy fight. David Benavidez is not a huge name like that. Zordo is not a huge name like that. Yes, Zordo is a Mexican star. He is a Mexican star, but he's not a huge name where I need to be paying $85 to see him fight. He's not that big of a star. And to be honest with you, this is really a fight for the Mexicans. It's not really a fight for the American fan base. This is a fight for the Mexicans. The winner of this fight will be the new American star, which I believe David Benavidez is going to be that winner. And Zordo already came out said he only got two more fights left. So if Zordo win, they only going to have a Mexican star for 2 more years or two more fights. So the money is behind David Benavidez. He's the younger guy. He's the more active guy, and he's the more fan favorite. I mean, the more fan friendly. He he give you what you want to see in a fight. He doesn't back down from nobody, and he puts the pressure on his opponent. And 9 times out of 10, he's knocking his opponent out or beating him up.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: so if the winner of this fight, you think Benavidez is he going to be a pay per view star after this matchup, or does he still need to get a Jao Batalha or a Canelo or move up to heavyweight?
I think he will be on his way to being a pay per view attraction. I still think if he goes in there and he beats Zordo, if he stops Zordo, he will become a star in Mexico. If he goes in there and beats Jao Obata, I think without a doubt he's now a pay per view attraction because you beat the best guy, you beat the two best guys at at cruiserweight. If he beats up Bivol and he beats up Arthur, you done beat the two best guys at light heavyweight. So you took out the two best guys at light heavyweight. You took out the two best guys at cruiserweight. You got what a lot of people had considered for a long time the best fighter at super middleweight. You had that guy ducking you. Yes, he's a pay per view attraction.
Yeah, that's a yeah. I'm with you. I'm definitely with you. Now let me ask you this: um, any of these other guys like pique your interest is on this undercard free? Like, are you interested in the Duarte versus Angel Fero or Resendez versus Jaime Munguia? Talk to us like, are any of these other fights interesting you?
I'm interested in the Rossini versus Jaime McGill because if Rossini can go out there and beat up Jaime McGill or stop Jaime McGill, now he becomes a Mexican star as well. So I'm interested in seeing that fight. I think I don't think it's enough buzz behind Oscar Duarte for anybody to really care too much about his fight. It's a good fight, but I don't think it doesn't move the needle for anybody unless Oscar Duarte is fighting somebody like Richardson Hitchens, Devin Haney, a Shakur, a Tio, a Ryan. If he's not fighting one of those guys, it doesn't really move the needle for anybody because Oscar Duarte is what you consider um, a C level opponent. He's a C level opponent.
Yeah, I definitely agree. You said C level free? Ooh.
Yeah, he's C level. I don't think he's a B level opponent. I think he's a C level.
Mm.
I mean, you got look at what Ryan did with Oscar Duarte.
Yeah. But we know Ryan is used to the gills.
And Ryan is not that good of a fighter, in my opinion. I think Ryan is C level as well. I know a lot of people want to give Ryan B level, A level. I think he got B level power, but I don't or B level hand speed, or but I don't think he's a B level opponent. I think if you put Ryan in there with a B level fighter will beat him.
Mm, I'm with you. I understand completely. Yeah. Right.
I mean, if you look at the guys that Ryan beat, they were all C level opponents. He hasn't beat anybody that was a B level. He hasn't beat anybody that was an A level. He beat everybody that was C level opponents. The best guy on his resume that he beat was who?
If I look at his resume, the legitimately, I guess Rolly, right? Unless you would think, unless you got Duarte,
No,
but
I said the best guy that he beat because he lost to Rolly.
oh, I'm tripping. Uh oh, Mario Barrios.
Mario Barrio. And now Mario Barrio is the A level, B level, C level.
Oof. Yeah, he's I would say probably closer to C plus B minus. C plus. He
Yeah,
did good against Ugas. He's a durable. He gave Tank a good fight before he got stopped. I would
see,
probably say he about a C plus, probably
now
like a C, C plus.
if you say he did good against Ugas, now you got to go back to what AB was saying. Ugas just came off a beating by Earl Spence,
Mm,
where that
mm.
man eye was shut for 72 hours. They wasn't sure that his eye was going to be good. They thought he might have lost his eyesight in that eye. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't think Ryan is a B level opponent. I give Rolly, I give Mario Barrios a C plus. Like I said, I give him a C plus. I think Mario Barrios on the verge of being a B, but he just doesn't have the boxing ability to be a B. He has all of the tangibles. He got the reach. He got the height. He got the energy in the early goings, but he doesn't have the footwork. He doesn't have the head movement. He doesn't have the defense. He doesn't have the fast hands. So that's why I say he's a C plus. He has all the tangibles, but he's not a B level fighter. He's a C plus.
Yeah. I mean, I thought listen, the way he got dropped, I mean, Barrios is shown to be, uh, like you saying, mm, yeah, Barrios is closer to a C level right now.
As I said, Ryan hasn't beat nobody that was on a B level. The one opportunity that he had to beat somebody that was a B or A level, he cheated him.
But hold on, y'all had, but that's what I'm saying. You could say that, carrier, but everybody had Tamir Smalls beating Abel Ramos. I came with, I told AB that wasn't gonna happen. I mean, I told AB, listen, like Abel Ramos, they putting him in there. They put Tamir Smalls in there with Abel Ramos to get him up out of there. So I mean, we see Abel Ramos is durable. That's what I'm saying. He fought a legend and Manny Pacquiao got a draw. He fought a durable Abel Ramos, who we know is a tough competitor. I mean, this is he's at the top level. Like when you're at the top level, you're gonna fight top competition.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean,
Bentley. M- Most realistic people don't count. For one, he got a no contest, so they had to overturn it. But
now that's
when you
that's the
cheat
regular
Devin, I
That's the
mean,
regular shit right there. If Mario Barrios was a B level fighter, he would have beat Abel Ramos and he would have beat Manny Pacquiao.
yeah,
Because
that's
in my opinion, I thought he lost to Abel Ramos. I thought he lost
yeah. I
that
did
fight.
too. I did too. I did too. Yeah,
And that's the measuring stick. Because you're not gonna tell me a 42-year-old Manny, no, not say 42, a 47-year-old Manny Pacquiao coming off a what 5, 6 year layoff. You fight him to a draw, and you look like you was about to get beat at one point in that fight.
yeah,
That's not no B level opponent. I mean, no B level fighter. That's a C level at best. A C level at best.
yeah.
No, that's what I said. I mean,
And it's
I think
because of you. It's
I'm
because of you, Carrier, and Bentley, and guys that is okay with Hispanics cheating blacks and not really caring. Is the why that they don't have to do the rematch. See,
and that's
if y'all would discredit him and call him a drug cheat and let it be known that he cheated, and we not giving you no credit until he run it back on an even playing field, we'll get the rematch. Look at what y'all doing. Is you gotta be intentional about your thoughts and what you do. You working against us. You ain't working with us.
you ain't with me. What's that song? What's that? You ain't with me.
Right. Right. Exactly. Yeah. Let him know. Nah, we're gonna hold you. We're gonna hold you to the fire. Nah, do it again. Do it again on an even playing field. We not
And
giving you no credit. That's why the New York State Athletic Commission took it away from you. You didn't do it on an even playing field. Do
I
it.
was
Do it.
ready.
Do it legit.
I was ready to give Ryan all the credit in the world because people were like, and I said it after that fight was over. I said I give Ryan all the credit, but the first thing they're going to say is that he was overweight. That's the first, and that was the very first thing that they said. Oh well, Ryan came in overweight. You can't make a excuse about the overweight when you took the money. You can't use that as an excuse now. If the weight was an issue, you should have said, "No, I'm not taking this fight because he's overweight." I mean,
It ain't.
we
Hold on. Let
saw.
me just say this free. It ain't about love. It ain't about family. It's about right and wrong. It's just that simple. If you know, if you gotta you gotta have a moral compass. It's just as plain. That's as plain as day. If everybody sees that somebody had banned substances in their system and they fought somebody, they blew the weight purposely. They knew a days before they wasn't going to make it. They cheated. So that's what I'm saying. Your moral compass is off.
Yeah, uh, that that's why I was like, man. And I was like I said, I was ready to give Ryan all the credit in the world. He went in there, he beat Devin Haney. Devin Haney went in there with the wrong game plan. And when that drug test came out the next day, I was like, wow, I can't even give you credit now because you just cheated the man.
Yeah, I'm with you, Fred. It's not about we didn't see. Of course we saw it, but it was under false pretense. It's just that simple. You saw something you weren't supposed to see because one person is a drug cheat that purposely missed the weight, and then you saw somebody that made the weight was a professional who we all, if you really was paying attention, would see he had loss of water on the brain. The brother could barely talk, walking around on the street with his guys. He was stuttering, couldn't even get his words out. So this brother did everything in his power to make the fight, hold his belt, defend his belt in a sport where Brandon Adams just had a fight fall out. We want to watch Brandon Adams. He just had a fight fall out. Virgil Ortiz couldn't fight Stanionis. We want to watch Virgil Ortiz versus Stanionis become a champion. So these brothers can't even make it to an event, but we're gonna hold something against, or we're gonna give somebody credit for cheating a professional, a champion in the sport.
And
Absolutely not.
and the bad thing about it is, if Devin could have kept his composure for one round, because it was that all he needed was one less knockdown. If he could have kept his composure for one round and not get knocked down one less time, he would have won that fight. Because he lost by 1 point on three of the scorecards. He lost by 1 point. All he had to do was keep his composure.
It's not about Devin. That's the issue. That's the key. Y'all thinking about Devin. Think about Ryan. See, that's the when we got sports, the black fighters or the black athlete is always the litmus test. Everybody got an opinion. Nobody cares about these other foreign guys. Bivol putting hands on his wife or whatever, having domestic violence issues. Nobody care. Let Wilder, let Big Baby or let Wilder have something going on. Everybody and their mama got something to say about his wife. I'm just gonna call out BS. I'm gonna call it what it is. Y'all, everybody cares what black people got going on. We the
Yeah,
entertainment.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said I can't give Ryan any credit for that fight. I fought Devin for the way he fought, but I can't give Ryan any credit because the man cheated. That's the reason why I want to see the rematch. I want to see it was it the octane that you had in you, or was it just the fact that Devin can't deal with your hand speed? Now I know
Yeah.
y'all split in the amateurs, so I know you can be able you can win against Devin, but for some reason you had to put something in your system for this fight.
Yeah. Look at Pew. Shout out to pugilism. He said, those says the team said the reward was not worth the risk fighting Keyshawn blowing weight. Taught Keyshawn a lesson in his hometown. Yeah, yeah. Because they know what it is. This brother literally blew the weight by 3 pounds and then celebrated with Floyd after the fact. See, that's why like a lot of these guys, it's all about money. And people, whatever reason, it's okay to laugh at black people. I'm not with that. I'm not with that type of activity at all. It ain't okay in my book. Uh, I don't want to see black people get mistreated and then act like it's okay. We not doing that. We not doing that. Absolutely not. I don't care what somebody daddy said. We definitely not doing that. These brothers won't even. These brothers literally pull out a fight pugilism because this brother didn't make weight, and everybody and their mama was like, "Oh, Devin, you should have fought Barboza. You should have pulled out and fought Barboza." Come on, man. This brother ain't about to pull out of no pay per view event and duck no smoke. He gonna run the red. He went there to fight Ryan. Why would he not fight Ryan? So at
You
the end of the day, so at the end of
know,
the day,
for Ryan and Rolly, and I think in July, the rematch for Ryan and Rolly, for the unified titles.
they locked that in for you.
I don't know if it's locked up, but I heard that they in talks of making it happen. I'm not sure if it's locked up yet.
I can see that. I can see them doing that.
Real quick, hey, I need everybody to help support the brother Crush. He's one of us. He's starting his own women's promotional company. He's got a partner. They're supposed to be starting their own women's promotional company. Let's make sure we support the brother once he let us know when the fights is going down. And make sure we support him. Because now we got one of us that's actually starting his own promotional company.
My bad, friend. I'm over here trying to get this movie together. 1000%. Support Crush the Legend. Support his promotional company. I believe it's gonna be female fighters only, right? Free
Yeah, female.
support women's boxing. That's a beautiful thing. We need more action. We need more women's fighters. I'm really ready to see Leanna Cruz come back to the ring. And of course Clarissa, and hopefully she can find an opponent now. Free. I mean, it's nasty right now. AB, you had some for us. If not, I'm gonna ask Free real quick about who y'all want to see Clarissa fight next. But we're gonna get back to these fights. But who y'all want to see Clarissa fight now that Shadeja then got lost?
Um, I mean, I would have said Hanny Gabriel, but she's been out of the ring for a while because of that whole stuff that got in her system from her dog or whatever. Um, so I really don't know. That was, and that's another thing too. B3, when you were talking about how they always care about the blacks and they always putting down the blacks, they never even came out and told the boxing industry that she was cleared, and they found out that it was the dog medicine that got into her system and she was cleared. They never even told anybody about it.
That was nasty work, Free. It was just that's disgusting that they did. That they didn't come back and rectify that. Because everybody over here thinking Hannah Gibbons was a drug cheat. I literally had to find out what happened on TD Sports Talk with KG and TD. So yeah. Let
Yeah, I
me
saw
ask
that
you.
interview that CD did. That's how I found out that she was cleared. I never even knew she was cleared.
Crazy. What you think, AB? Is anybody you want to see Clarissa fight, man, or is it like, can she go
I
in there
think
and
she
walk
should
off?
retire.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
she should retire. I
And
think
she
she
talking
should
about
fall
going back
back.
to 154.
I mean, she could if she do that. Like I said, I think she should retire, fall back, let somebody else get the star. I mean, yeah, the light or whatever. Come back, beat them up. See that skill? I really believe she could probably take 5 years off and come back and still beat up on anybody. See that nice?
I
Because
don't know
if
about
you,
I don't
oh
know.
my bad.
It's like if it was somebody on the horizon, I feel AB, but I don't even think. I mean, like you're saying, she probably would beat everybody. I want to maybe Tam Sabo. She a
If
little
she do
young.
that, she got to let whoever get that shine. So, because everybody when they start getting that certain light, it started building up that doubt, and then when it come back, it kind of hype it up a little bit more. So, but I feel like if she stay active right now, she ain't gonna really have that challenge, and not just the challenge, but that hype, because everybody gonna know the result.
See that carrier, you putting out false information. Clarissa is on record saying she's not gonna do what Layla Ali did. She's gonna stay in the fight. If it's somebody that the people think can beat her, she gonna give her an opportunity. She said that she's definitely gonna be fighting, and then see if one of these girls can beat her. So I'm excited to see it, but I'm with AB. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like Michaela fight. I guess the Michaela Mayer fight. I mean, Michaela's moving up in weight. She's already at 154. She might even go up to 160. And then Clarissa meet her at 160. I mean, what? But Crystal will be having to cut what 25 pounds to get down on 160. I mean, she probably walk around 185, 190. She's fighting at 175 right now. I don't know, man. I mean, I guess, but it got to make sense.
Yeah, she need to retire. There's nobody left for her. If she's going to fight anybody, she's going to have to move down her weight. And then if she loses, people will say, "Oh, well, she had to move down her weight. She was weight drained." So it's like really no point of her fight anybody unless it's somebody that's at the weight class that we haven't heard of yet. Because anybody that move up, they're gonna say, well, they had to move up certain amount of weight classes. If she moves down, they're gonna say she was weight drained. She had to move down to fight them. So it really ain't no point. And this is the reason why I say when you get these people to fight all of the big fights early on in their career, once they fight all of the fights that you want to see them fight, then you're gonna be like, okay, I don't care to see them fight no more. Ain't nobody else left for them to fight. What's going on, TD?
Salute TD. Yeah, I'm 197 right now. Carry I'm down from 235 to 197. So yeah, Clarissa probably weigh more than me right now. Listen. That's a part of it. Y'all know these girls, these women, our American women. They're healthy. They real. They thick.
I
If
mean,
you
you
don't know
gotta
nothing
remember,
about weight distribution, you'll find out dealing with a shorty.
yeah, they carry more fat than men carry because they have breasts, they have the behind, they
The
have
thigh meat.
the thighs. Some of them have a little midsection, so they carry a little more fat than men do. Men is usually more muscular.
Her legs is huge too. Like her legs proportion huge.
Yeah, and that's why I say if she moves down, she's gonna drain herself. But if that's what she want to do, I mean, I I'm not gonna make no excuses for that. You lost, I'm like, oh, well, that's her fault. She went down there. She wanted that fight. She went down there. Can't make no excuses. Yes, she moved down, but can't make no excuse why she lost. She decided to move down. She didn't have to. 'Cause
That's a
I know
fact. Shout out to
that's
TD. Shout out to T Hill. Shout out to Champ Ross.
yeah, I know that's what people gonna say. If she does move down and she fight one of those girls and she loses, They were like, oh, she was weight drained. No, she wasn't. She told them who
Listen,
name.
they gonna be so happy for her to lose. They ain't gonna have no excuse. I swear.
No,
If she
I'm
lose,
talking about the ones that fans of Carissa. The ones that
oh,
fans
okay,
of
yeah,
Carissa.
yeah, yeah. True.
The one they're gonna be like, oh, she was weight drained. I mean, the ones that don't like Carissa, that wants her to lose or want her to be quiet, yeah, they're gonna be happy. They're not gonna listen to the excuse, which I can't blame them because it's an excuse. I can't blame them.
Yeah. I'm a I'm gonna have to ask y'all. I'm gonna pivot real quick. So, is there like? Let me ask y'all this. So we let me ask y'all this while we here because we got a big fight weekend, right? With Inoue and Junto, and now Free is even mentioning that Ryan and Rolly will potentially fight. Do we get Devin versus Shakur, or do
Nope.
y'all see? Oh, so no Devin versus Shakur?
Mm-mm. They probably might fight when they like 36, 37.
Wow. Man. What's holding that fight up, baby?
Both of them. Because you got to think.
What, what
Oh,
fight
go
y'all
ahead.
talking about? No, what fight y'all was talking about?
Devin versus Shakur.
Um, I would say it's Shakur. I'm not going to put it on both of them because Shakur moved up to fight Theo. He didn't move up to fight Devin. He moved up to fight Theo. He could have moved up to when Devin was trying to find a fight at 140, and they didn't want to pay for the the what was the guy, his mandatory, when they didn't want to pay
Sandor
for that.
Martin.
Yeah, Sandor Martin, when they didn't want to pay for that, Shakur could have moved up and fought Devin then, but he chose not to. And so I gotta blame Shakur because you said it doesn't matter how big these people are. The skills is what matter. I don't care how big they are. My skills is better than theirs. Now you're sitting there talking about you want to fight them, but you want to put them on a rehydration course, or you want them to fight at a catchweight. You can't turn around and say you want a rehydration clause when you was just clowning Tank Davis about a rehydration clause and said that's not showing how good of a fighter you are by putting somebody on a rehydration clause. Now you're asking for a rehydration clause. So I gotta blame Shakur.
The reason why I said both is because, nah, what you said is fully true. But on Haney end, I feel like he would fight anybody, but I be feeling like he kind of do be kind of playing games a little bit when it come to somebody like Shakur, because we seen with the 25% situation, that was kind of like, and then, and not just with Shakur, but just how they be moving sometimes. Some of the stuff they be doing is for publicity to get the fans riled up, because we already knew that Boost was finna move up to 154 after the Stanley Owens fight. He tried to not. I'm gonna say they tried to make a situation to make it seem like Boost was ducking him, and it's just like it had to do with the weight thing. And I feel like when it come to that, I feel the Haney team, they're going to try to have some type of advantage on their end. So is Shakur though. But that's just what it is. And when it comes to top guys like that, and it's only right. That's why I say it's going to be both. They ain't going to fight till they like 36, 37 though. I'm going to keep it 100.
No, I think both of them do play games at times. But in this situation, I just gotta put the blame on Shakur because
Yeah, that's true.
you told Conor Ben you'll fight him at 54. But then you sit here and tell Devin Haney if you fight him at 47, you need him on a rehydration clause. Why would you need him
Yeah.
on a rehydration clause if you was talking about you would go to 54 and fight Conor Ben? Like I just don't. It's like these guys contradict themselves so much that you can't even defend them because if you defend them and then they turn around and say something else, and you be like, they be like, hey, well, what about him saying this? And you be like, man, I don't know what he was talking about on that one, because I'm going by what he said here. That's why I just sit back and I just listen to him and listen to these guys talk because they contradict themselves all the time. They will say one thing and then if it's not them, it's somebody from their camp that will contradict what they say.
Yeah, and I see Kerry made a comment. He was saying every man want an advantage, and that nobody wake up saying I want to be equal or average. My point of saying that is because that's not true. Every man don't want an advantage. Some men make an advantage. If somebody like, for example, it might not be a good one, but I gotta use it. Terrence Crawford, Canelo, a lot, 50. I'm gonna say 50% of the people thought Bud was gonna lose that fight because of the size, the power, this and this and that. Terrence Crawford got the kind of mindset to where it's like, okay, but I'm faster, my IQ better, and I got better movement. You got to make an advantage. David Benavidez, he's smaller than Zerto Ramirez. Zerto Ramirez, he got less power than Zerto Ramirez, but he gonna make an advantage. That's the thing. That's what make fighting those certain guys like a fan favorite of like real boxing fans for real, because they gonna make an advantage. They not gonna the weight got to be at this weight right here. I want to weigh in at this time. They ain't gonna do all that. They gonna make an advantage. This is what it is though. But with Shakur, what I'm learning about Shakur, he like to be comfortable, and that's the type of opponents that he fight. That comes down to the weight he want to be at. Like he just want to be comfortable. That's why I feel like that fight ain't gonna happen until way down the line to the tail end of his career, to where he started fighting fighters that's like black fighters, because everybody was making that a big deal with Tank, like, oh, you don't fight no black fighters. Right now, he going on his little tour. Ain't nobody saying nothing though when it come to him. But hey, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, and that's because he came up under Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford always wanted things on his terms. And that's how Shakur is right now. He came up under Bud Crawford, so he's going to follow what Bud Crawford did because that's who he came up under. Bud Crawford, he only reason he fought Earl because he got things the way he wanted to happen. If it would have been the way that PBC and Earl Spence wanted it from the jump, that fight would have never happened. If Earl would have stood 10 toes down on what that negotiation was at the very beginning, that fight would have never happened. But because Earl wanted undisputed so bad, he was willing to cave in and give Bud what he wanted. So I mean, I that's the reason why I don't ever think that Shakur and Tank Davis will fight unless Shakur see that Tank Davis has fallen off and he's not the same fighter he once was. I don't think that fight will ever happen because Shakur would never have the advantage over Tank Davis.
But you want to tell you something? No, I feel like if that even was to happen, I feel like Tank would still wouldn't fight him. I'm gonna keep it real. When it came to the Devin Haney Ryan Garcia fight, you seen what he did after that fight. He was bragging online. Then he seen him in person and was taunting him in person. I still think he wouldn't fight them guys. I feel like the type of person Tank is, whoever whoever he comfortable getting in the ring with, that's who he gonna get in the ring with. If he get in the ring with Kid Austin, that ain't gonna surprise me because guess what? He see the same thing in Kid Austin that he seen in Rolly Romero. It's gonna be the same fight. It's gonna be the same exact fight with Shakur Stevenson. Like, and now that you saying that, like now that you keep making your point with Shakur, I really am feeling that too right now because it's like, bro, he really only liked to be in comfortable spots for real. Because when he first came out with the Conor Ben situation, before anybody said anything to contradict what he said, he was all in to go up to 147 to 154. He even said 154 at one point. Until people was like, bro, like, why you don't fight Devin Haney then? He was like, oh, but with a rehydration clause. That's when that came in. Because it's like, you only feel comfortable fighting certain guys under certain, if they a certain skill level. Let's just be real.
That's why I want to see if he's going to make the Raymond Maratana fight because Raymond Maratana has already came out and said, I take the 70-40 deal. Let's make the fight happen. So now that
Listen,
the money's not an excuse now. You can't say, oh, he's not willing to give me the money that I want. He said he'll take the 70-40 deal. I mean the 70-30 deal. So
Listen, he
what's the
gonna beat
reason why I'm
Muratalla.
asking him? You can't say, "Oh, I fight at 140." You came out and said you don't even want to fight at 140. You said you don't want to fight at 140. You said you want to go back to 35. Well, Raymond Muratalla right there waiting on you. Now,
He
I
gonna
still
beat
want to know
Muratalla.
why you give up your WBC belt. This would have been for a unification. Now, you could have had two straps, and that could have been a more bargaining point that you would have for Tank Davis of making it close to a 50-50 fight, a 50-50 split. Because now you got two belts. Yes, Tank Davis is the bigger money guy, but you got two belts on the line. So now you can ask for a little bit more money. Now, I still don't think you get 50-50, but you can ask for a little bit more than what you probably would have been offered.
I think he gonna beat Muratalla. Easy. I ain't gonna lie
Shakur
to
got
you.
stripped. Shakur got stripped because he didn't pay his sanctioning fee. They already talked about it. Mauricio Suleiman didn't just come out and say, "Oh, you got to pay sanctioning fee." Shakur had already went to the WBC and told them what his plan was. He was going to move up to 140 to fight Tio. He got the permission from the WBC, and the WBC let him know, "Yeah, you can move up there. You still got to pay your sanctioning fee, but you can move up there and fight him. If you want to keep the belt, you got to pay your sanctioning fee." That wasn't just thrown on him out of the blue. They already told him that. The same way they did with Bud. They told Bud, "Yeah, you're gonna have to pay your sanction fee." Bud said he didn't pay his sanction fee because all of the other sanction bodies had agreed to a set cost. The WBC wanted the percentage. They didn't want the set cost. They wanted a percentage.
One thing I know about Tank Davis, he not looking to pay no extra sanctioning fees. So him having them extra belts wasn't gonna mean nothing for that fight. And the money
No,
gotta make sense for that fight to happen.
I don't think. Yeah, I think the money gonna have to make sense. I just said, I mean, he could have used that. I still, like I said, I still don't think he would ever get a 50-50 split with Tank Davis because Tank Davis is a bigger star than Shakur. Shakur, I don't think Shakur will ever be on the level of a Tank Davis.
Nah.
I don't think he
Listen,
will
man.
ever be. The
Listen.
fans just don't like him enough.
Muratalla don't got the tools to beat no Shakur. Won't tell you why. It's one simple thing that he just can't fix. He don't move his head. His head be in the same spot. Shakur gonna beat him easy. I don't even want to see that fight. That fight is gonna be pointless. I'm trying to tell you.
I don't know.
Y'all keep getting fooled by that Cruz fight. Thing with Cruz is, and this is no excuse by the way, this is just all facts. Cruz is smaller than Muratalla. Cruz is a little older than Muratalla.
Yeah,
On
I
top of
mean,
the fact that the experience, Andy Cruz been in the. You got to think too. Andy Cruz been in the amateurs for a very long time. He used to them rounds being 6 rounds. So you seen in the fight where he was kicking at the first like 5 rounds. After that, it was dry. Shakur gonna beat him easily. I think he might stop Muratalla for real, for real.
I mean, see, I hear what you're saying. I wouldn't doubt it. The only thing that makes me say I don't think that that's going to happen because if it's an easy fight, I don't understand why guys don't go get the easy money. I say this all the time. If it's easy money out there, I don't know anybody that's going to turn down easy money. If you was working a job and you had to do 8 hours to make $200, and they said, "Hey, all you got to do is do this for 15 minutes, you'll make the same $200." You ain't gonna do that joint for 15 minutes. You ain't gonna go do the 8 hours. You gonna do the 15 minutes. It's
But
easy
you want to tell
money.
you why though? The reason why, because they be wanting to make sure they be wanting to get everything down to the tiniest spots. That's why they don't be fighting certain guys at a certain time. They watch. They not gonna somebody that's a big name like Kid Austin. They not gonna fight Edwin De Los Santos right now because they don't know too much about Edwin De Los Santos. Edwin De Los Santos got to get in a couple wars for somebody to be like, I'll fight him. Watch. If he said, I don't view this is a thing, bro. You got to stop that. When I look at a fight, I'm looking at the skills and I'm looking at the mistakes that these folks making. I'm not a
I
fan of
mean,
Shakur. I'm not a fan.
I think Shakur will win, but I just don't think it's going to be an easy fight. I think it will be a much better fight than what he fought Tio. I think Raymond Muratalla is a better fighter than Tio. I think if Tio would
No,
have
he
fought
is.
Raymond, I think Tio fight Raymond Muratalla. Raymond Muratalla beat Tio.
He is better than Tio for sure. What I'm saying is stylistically, he can't. He just can't. He just can't. For somebody to beat Shakur, they gotta be I have an identical style to beat Shakur, or they gotta be punching, and they gotta know how to put it together with some speed. They gonna have to know how to get in there because
And
the
that's
thing is
and see that's the thing. It's not about the style. It's about can you impose your will on the individual. Like people say that all the time. Styles make fights. No, styles don't make fights. It's who can impose their style on the other one. If I can impose my style on you, I don't care what type of fighter you are. I'ma beat you. If you can impose your style on me, it doesn't matter what type of fighter I am. You want to. It's not about the style. It's who can impose their will on the individual. Because I've seen boxers get beat by come forward fighters. I've seen come forward fighters get beat by boxers. So you can't
okay.
say
Can I
that.
ask you a question?
Yeah,
Who you think a better fighter, Edwin De Los Santos or Muratalla?
a better fighter.
Yeah.
I would say Muratalla is a better fighter.
So if they was to fight each other, you got Muratalla beating Edwin De Los Santos.
I would say it's a 50-50 fight. Either one could win, but I would favor Muratalla.
Okay, so okay, 50-50. That's cool. If Edwin De Los Santos wasn't able to impose his will on Shakur, what make you think Muratalla is?
That's all about mental. And according to what Elvin De La Santo was, he was injured too. According to him, I don't know how true that is or not. According to him, he was injured as well. I would have to believe him because he's been out of the ring for so long. He hasn't fought since he fought Shakur. So I would have to believe he might have been injured.
He said, I'm not saying that they fight alike. I'm saying guys like somebody like Edwin De Los Santos, his style is an imposing style. Like for one, he make you think. He make you react. He make you fold up. We seen it. Not just with the El Rayo fight, but we seen a couple fights of his, even his most recent fight. He gonna impose his will. He gonna knock you. He trying to knock you out.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
not
he
talking to you.
does
I'm
that.
talking to dude in the comments, by the way.
No, no, I hear you. I mean, he does that with majority of his opponents, but still have that one person that you can't impose your style on him. He can impose his style on you. I mean, we've seen that with Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson has that type of style where he wants to impose his will on you. But we've seen Mike Tyson get beat up multiple times throughout his career. He never stopped fighting the style that he had. It's just the guys was just more they had more. I don't even want to say skills because some of those guys wasn't more skilled than Mike Tyson, but they had more determination than Mike Tyson. They wanted to make their name off of Mike Tyson. They was more determined to win that fight than Mike was. So it's not really. That's why I said it's not about the style. It's who can impose their will on the other one. It's not the style.
And this dude said Shakur nice, but he ain't special. Listen, I'm not saying Shakur is special. Shakur, because y'all be getting me confused. Y'all be thinking that when I talk about a certain guy, y'all be saying, "Oh, he your favorite." Listen,
Hold on, AB. Don't get
Shakur.
into that. You know, and everybody knows Shakur is a special fighter. Let's keep it real. He number three
Now, well, I'm
time
gonna break
champ
it down.
contender.
No. When it comes to his style and the things he accomplished, for sure, like he up there with the special guys. But how I feel about Shakur, I don't feel like he's a special fighter. I feel like he just has very great basics. And that makes him be a special fighter because some guys don't, they're not able to have every single basic down pat like that and to have an instinct. Like he has a special instinct about him to where he can control the ring and having IQ. And we said this before when we was talking about Devin Haney and Brian Norman. Being able to have a certain level of IQ and certain level of instincts is a special. That's like something special. So he is special when it comes down to being in the ring. But looking at him fighting is nothing special. I get what you're saying in the comments, Bentley.
No,
You right. He's not
I
special,
don't get it. I
but
don't
in
get
the
it. Let me
ring,
say this. Let me say this, AB.
he's special.
Because they missing it. Shakur Stevenson has hand injuries. Same way when Floyd got older, he stopped stopping people. He's not. He
Mm.
doesn't. He has brittle hands. But right now, he has the most. He's the most active combination puncher in the sport, and he has the highest percentage of landed punches on his opponents right now. So that's what, Kerry. You can't. You gotta. I mean, I know you know you watch a lot of boxing, but don't confuse being a power puncher and knocking out your opponents with being effective or offensively. He's clearly effective offensively for sure. Y'all, we gotta move on though, because we ain't got too much time left. We gotta cook on some things. Let me ask y'all this. We're gonna get some predictions out. We're gonna get some predictions. I'm not gonna we're gonna lead up to the big fights. We're gonna lead up to the big fights. I wanna start off with Oscar Duarte versus Angel Fiddle. AB, and then we're gonna bring free on that. Who you got in that fight, AB?
um, yo, I was just looking at that today, man. I'm only edging a little bit to Oscar Duarte a little bit. I think he gonna stop Angel Ferrero because of that punishment he took against Eastside Cruz. I feel like he got him at the right time.
Yeah. And Oscar and Eric Gomez at Golden Boy, they do a phenomenal job of matchmaking. They know what it is and what it ain't.
Yeah.
Free, you got a pick on that fight, Duarte Fierro?
Oscar Duarte, ninth round stoppage.
Mm, I think I picked similar. I think I did pick similar too. All right, AB, I'm gonna kick it off with Jaime Munguia versus Armando Resendiz for the WBA full 168 title.
I don't got no pick. I ain't gonna lie, I don't got no pick.
You think
Cause I
that's
don't
gonna be a
like
good
Hammy
fight?
McGee. No, I just don't like Hammy McGee. So when
Why
it
is
comes to
that?
fighters I don't like, bro, he just I don't know what he is. He don't really got no identity to me when it comes to like being in the ring. So I don't know. I don't really like him, like his style. I don't know.
Yeah,
He
when
said
he
I
got
got to
stopped by
pick. If I had to pick, see, he got knocked out cold. I don't know, bro. I don't know. He got knocked out cold, bro. So I don't know. I guess I'll have to edge it to the champ.
yeah, it's the edge to the champ. I like that. Talk to us free. Like, where you leaning with Munguia Resendiz?
Rescinding split decision.
Mm,
I
mm,
think Javi McGee is gonna have. He's gonna. I mean, he's the bigger certified Mexican fighter, so
yeah.
he's gonna have the fan base behind him. So I think somebody's gonna give the fight to him, but I think the other two judges gonna give it to the Cindy.
Mm. Yeah, that's gonna be a good fight. That's probably like the most interesting fight for me on the card. Outside of course, watching the monster, the Mexican monster, David Benavidez. Well, Monstro, because he's a half Ecuadorian, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, well, Cindy is the champion now because Bud dropped all the belts, so
Yeah.
they awarded him the title.
Yeah, he beat Caleb Plant for the interim WBA 168, and they elevated Resendiz. Shout out to Resendiz. We made money on that. I live bet that
It was
driving home
supposed
from
to be
Maryland.
Jamal. That was supposed to be Jamal Charlo's fight, but Jamal pulled out.
He's
Yeah.
scary, bro.
And then Berlanga was talking about fighting Resendiz too, and he didn't take the fight either. So Maybe
Won't tell you
maybe
why?
talk
He
to us.
want to be a rapper. Remember, I told y'all this, but I remember I was saying Hamza Shiraz gonna knock him out. He want to be a rapper, and I was finna fall back on him, but he's still playing, bro. Bro, listen,
Want to get that easy money, AB. You don't want to get punched on.
he want to live the rock star lifestyle, bro. He want to be a
Yeah.
rapper. I ain't trying to hear it. I don't want to hear nothing with no Belanga. He is trash.
Well, we're gonna see him with Zuffa Boxing real soon. Hopefully they. I wonder if they're gonna do something outside of that arena in Vegas. Now that they got two New York fighters in Hitchens and Berlanga, but we'll see. We'll see what they got going on. My brother Prize fighter pulling up.
Yeah.
Prize, how you feeling, bro? Talk to me. It's Friday. You off early?
Hell yeah, I skated. Hey,
Uh,
AB, the song
yeah.
hot
Yo,
though.
it's good,
What's that? Oh, the Berlanga song you heard?
That song kind of catchy, bro.
Hey man,
bro.
come on now. They gonna make
He
it. They gonna make
trash,
it do
bro.
what it do. When you got the right producers, when we got money around you, Prize, they gonna make it work.
Yeah, he don't sound half bad either. You know, I mean that he's probably a
Not,
better rapper than he actually is a fighter. But you know,
I bet
Mm.
none of y'all say Edgar Berlanga's first video where he did it with Shakur Stevenson.
Oh my god, yeah, that was
yeah, I
But
crazy.
he
know.
really a
You talking
rapper?
about when Shakur
Never
was on
see
his
it.
knees and stuff?
He really be making music?
That was OD.
He was
I
though.
guess. I guess.
He did a
The
video
See,
Berlanga.
with
Yeah.
when
Shakur
I was saying it, I was being because of the lifestyle. I didn't know he really be making music. I ain't gonna lie, I was joking.
Yeah.
Now you
Oh
know
yeah,
all
yeah,
these
yeah.
athletes. Athletes want to be rappers, and rappers want to be athletes. It's been like that from the beginning of time.
Well, I didn't mean
Yeah.
to say I didn't know. I didn't know he really made music. I ain't trying to disrespect his music. I was just talking about the lifestyle. I didn't know he really was like making music. My bad.
Yeah,
But that's
he
what I'm
all right.
saying. Anybody, if you hanging around James Harden, you gonna want to be a ball player because of the money that he's touching. He
you gotta
touching real
remember,
money.
he
Serious
was
money.
he was endorsed by the Texas squad. The Texas squad ain't just endorsing people for no reason.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you right about that. Let me ask y'all this. Well, I got you in here, Prize. Uh, we're gonna kick off. We're gonna kick off the main two fights. Who you got in the Nakatani Inoue?
Give me 1 second. It's really loud.
Kick us. Okay, Prize. Kick us off with that. AB. Who you got Nakatani Inoue?
And no way,
Mm.
seventh round stoppage.
Why you say that? Nakatani ain't got no resistance for him.
This how he fight, bro.
I
He gonna
know. I know.
lose. He gonna lose. He gonna lose, bro.
He
It's
gonna give up his
over with.
height. He gonna give his height
It's
up. Yeah.
over with. He weird. He fight weird, bro. It's over with.
Mm. Wow, man. Shout out to Junto. Hopefully we get some upsets this weekend. I'm pretty much with
Hmm.
y'all. Um, I think I did on my chat. And shout out to Champ Ross. Make sure y'all put in Champ Ross Pick'em League. Follow Champ Ross. He got a wrench in the chat. You should be able to follow his channel and get the picks right and put your picks in. He giving so it's a 12-week season. It's $200 to the winner, to the, who has the highest points at the end of the season. But he also gives away $50 for the most KOs correct in the season, and then another $50 for the most split decision draws and majority decisions.
I got
Whoever
to do
has
my
the
entry.
most,
I got to do. I got to do my entries
and
today.
it's no fee. Yeah, I had to send mine this morning free. It's so many picks. Champ, don't do that again, man. That was
I'm gonna do.
way too many fights. Now
I'm
I
gonna do
know
it when I get in the house. When I'm about to go in the house, I'm gonna do it as soon as I get in the house. I forgot to do my entries. I'm glad you said something.
Champ. He said 25 this week for top score. Oh, I love that. I love that. Let's go, champ. And
I'm gonna say
yeah,
this.
it's 16 fights. You got to get two in the day free because you got the Mongolia Mole on Pro Box tonight and Francis Scarborough. Those two fights.
That's what I said I'm gonna do as soon as I go in the house. I'm about to go in the house. I had to stop at Family Dollar for my grandkids, but I'm about to go in the house now. Um, but I'm gonna say I'm gonna pick Monster anyway for the win because
Yeah.
he's the bigger guy, and Nakatami is moving up the fight anyway. But I'm
Mm.
gonna say this: don't be surprised if Nakatami wins this fight. They've been getting ready for this fight for some years now. This is the fight that Nakatami's been getting ready for. And you gotta remember, Japan don't have a lot of fighters like that. So Nakatami's been coming up in the shadows of Monster anyway. Monster anyway is up there in age. He ain't got but so many fights left on his platform. I mean, on his belt. He's like 31, 32 years old. He's getting up there. He's gonna retire soon. So they looking for the
Mm.
next Japanese star. And so don't be surprised if Tommy win. He's been studying Monster anyway for about 5, 6 years now, getting ready for this fight.
Yeah. The whole thing is like, can Junto hurt him, man? I don't know, man. Monster got a way of navigating that ring the right way. Even when he get hurt, he can still come through and land combination, throw combination punches, get his opponent up out of there.
Hey,
Um,
if
and he
y'all
know how
if
to
y'all
roll with shots. A couple of those times he got dropped free, he kind of rolled with the shot, and he really wasn't really hurt. You know, it was kind of like, I wouldn't call them flash knockdowns, but he rolled with him. You know.
if y'all betting Nakatami for the knockout is plus five something. Monster's only plus 130, I think. And I mean,
Hold on, let me look at that real
Nakatami,
quick. Yeah,
like
I'm
I think he's like plus 540 or something like that
probably
for
here.
the knockout.
Shout out to my brother Juan Claudio. Juan, I think I forgot. Oh yeah, he said earlier in the week he did say anyway by stoppage. Let me see, free. Let me pull it up real quick. Before we do that, well, we gonna move on. Let me just pull up FanDuel real quick just to see what we looking like, because it's gonna be a lot of action this weekend. Let me see here. Okay, yep. Anyway, it's minus 410 on the money line. Junto is plus 320. Junto KO TKO plus 500 and by decision plus 750. Right now they got Inouye plus 105
Yeah, that's what I said. I knew
by KO TKO.
not, knew Nakatami was like plus five something, and in a way it's plus one. So don't be surprised.
Mm.
Y'all looking to make some money. Plus 500. You bet 100, you win five.
Yeah, I mean, as much as we would all like to see something like that, that Junto ain't beating this man. I mean, I especially not in Japan. For you already know
Hey,
that's gonna be a talk. That's gonna be an uphill. That's gonna be a uphill
there's a
battle.
couple, there's a couple of dudes still living off that payday that they got from Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas.
What about Cambosis and Tio? Like, you feel what you
Oh
said?
yeah,
Shoot.
and I called it exactly how I was going to go down. I said split decision, and that's exactly how it ended too. I said Campbell's a split decision. I called that on Ricky Williams' channel. I was like, because Ricky Williams was like, well, what y'all got in the fight? And I was like, man, I got Cam Moses split decision. Cam Moses been winning all these split decisions, and that's exactly how I went down. I just didn't like T.O.'s energy. T.O. was doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you see, if you seen the weigh in carry, you seen all type of rib, everything was. I mean, Junto was drained down.
Yeah, he
Hey,
In a
didn't look
way,
too good, three. But I still
no.
think he got a good chance to win, though. I just don't. I'm not the biggest monster fan yet. I'm just
hey,
not, bro. But he not. He nice
Monster
though.
look,
He ain't trash.
Monster look a little drained at the weigh-in. He look
They
a little
both look
drained.
drained, free. They both look a little off.
Mm. What y'all think? Maybe a lackluster fight.
No, I think the fight gonna be good. I think they gonna rumble because like Free hit it right on the spot. Junto has been training years for this. You know what I mean? They knew this fight was gonna happen. So Junto's gonna be ready now. Whether he can weather the storm remains to be seen. But I think he's gonna be a little bit better than what people gonna give him credit for. I think he can actually win this. Would I pick him? No. And if I was in Champ Raw's league, I wouldn't pick that. I would stick with the safer pick. But that don't just because you making a safe pick don't mean that's what it is. Junto, he can rumble, but I don't believe in either one. Junto just as much as you know the other boy in a way, because I think they all overrated. They got Junto high up on the rank, pound for pound, all kind of weird stuff. But I expect Inoue to do his thing. But I expect the firefight though, for as long as it lasts.
But
Yeah,
to be fair, we gotta at that time, Stephen Fulton was like top 10 pound for pound.
and let
Well,
me
he
also
lost to
say
he
this to
lost to
carry.
Inoue. He didn't lose to Junto.
Let me also
I
say
mean,
this to
that's what I meant to
carry.
say. That's what I meant to say. Anyway,
Yeah.
my
Okay.
bad.
Yeah. Fair
We
enough.
ain't we haven't heard Monster complain about drug testing since the Stephen Fulton fight.
Hmm.
So y'all keep that in mind, carry it when you talk
That's why I don't
about
like going. That's why I want
American
the
talking
boys,
points.
the brothers, to go over there. Like I want that boy to come over here like everybody else did.
Come on now. Um,
Till then, I'm not gonna believe, bro. All like that. Like some of these people go crazy. Oh, he's number one pound for pound. He got great accomplishments, but I mean, like, look at the competition he fought. All these damn Japanese dudes, they can't rumble.
mm,
They
So
be one
now,
you
brother
know,
from Philly, and they think that's the end all be all. That boy probably wasn't focused out there. I don't know what was wrong with that young boy, cool boy Steph, but
for real, I think he would have beat Dominic Crowder right now. I think he'll still be Dominic Crowder.
who in a way.
Hmm Dominic Crowder is an American fighter. He good too. I like Dominic
I like
Crowder.
Crowder, he cool, but you know he ain't the one. I want to see him do that against what's the brother name? I don't think he'll move up. What's the boy name?
Shoo-shoo.
Shoo Shoo. I want to see him fight Shoo Shoo Carrington. You go and whoop on him. Now we talking.
Man, Shushu will beat him up. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been saying that. But after that last fight, I'll put my money on it. I'll put my
Yeah.
money on it. Shushu will beat anyway.
They'll what that fight. They were talking about 2 years from now. I said that boy ain't gonna be at that weight in 2 years. They gonna wait for Shoo Shoo to slide and then they gonna pull up.
Ain't no that's a different rhythm right there. They don't want that.
They don't really
He
want that
said
kind of.
Shushu. He'll stop Shushu. You crazy? Ain't nobody stopping Shushu.
Who
Not no
said that?
anyway.
Carrier?
If Shushu gets stopped, it's gonna have to be at like 135 or something like that. He ain't getting stopped though.
I don't think so. Not at what he had 26,
Yeah, he
30,
ain't getting
yeah,
stopped. If
26.
he go 35, he'll maybe, but he ain't getting stopped at no 126, bro. 126, 30, he ain't getting stopped.
I just think his skills are just much more superior than just about anybody in that division, if not everybody.
He too crafty, bro. Bro, these people they be tripping, bro. Shushu crafty, bro. He remind me of like Lamont Roach, to where his skills is like real subtle. He real crafty, bro.
I
Shushu
think he's
nasty.
better than Roach, though. His skills are better than Roach. For me, I just think he's a little bit got a couple
I
more
got to do
tools
my
in his
homework on
bag.
that one. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, he definitely better than Roach. He got way more tools in the tool bag than Roach do. You know,
let me
Roach he fought a couple draws back to back. So go ahead, three.
prize. What's your? Do you have a pick for Jaime Munguia versus Resendez?
Yeah, I'm a. At first, I had Resendez, but I'm gonna go with Jaime. Man, I never
Mm,
ever liked Jaime. I never believed in him. I always pick against him. He was like 50-0. He was a number one contender for like 72 years. I mean, he got
yeah.
smoked by a guy who can't punch. He can't punch his way out of a wet paper bag, and you know, here he is again. And ain't this for a belt?
Yeah, 168 full
Yeah,
WBA title.
full what? BO,
WBA.
the WBA John. Yeah,
Mhm.
they pack him up, but I hope he gets knocked out. But you know, if I had to bet, I pick Mungia.
I got a question. How many fights do Jaime Munguia got?
I thought he
He
was like
Like
40.
50
He
40?
and 0.
40. He 45-2.
Now you won't tell you what's crazy. I just thought about it. This man got that many fights, and I ain't never heard nobody say he a prospect or he got straight bones on his resume. I never heard nobody say that.
Because the Mexicans protect their people. We the
Yeah.
only
Ain't
ones that
that
get up here
crazy
and
though?
down our
Yeah.
fighters.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that
We the only
crazy?
ones. You don't hear Mexicans talking
100%.
bad about Mexicans.
There's no
You don't hear the
point.
Puerto
They don't.
Ricans
They
talking
don't
about
get.
Puerto Ricans.
That doesn't help them at all. That ain't, for whatever reason we got crab in the barrel mentality. When black people talking down about black people, I guess that helps us for some reason. Oh, that's because when you act like a clown or like a monkey in front of whites, in front of non-blacks, they laugh at you. So that's what people
Town
do. They do it
gesture
for,
type ish.
yeah, they do it to be
I'm gonna
funny.
back
Like,
out and
oh,
come back in three because I can't mute my mic and stuff. I don't know what's wrong. It froze up. Wait,
okay. So yeah, that's what happened. That's what it is. These people, it's like a clown and pony show for non-blacks.
I
It's
didn't
a
mean to
way to
cut
say
him
that.
off.
No, you
But
good, AP.
that was just on my mind when I heard Jaime McGee. I was just thinking about like the like hit like him, and I'm just thinking to myself, this man got like 50 fights, bro, and I never heard nobody say nothing about his resume. He just for real. You won't tell you it was crazy. His first stepper was against John Ryder, and that was like 3 years ago or 2 years ago or something like that.
He ain't never been no world beater, no damn John Ryder.
Ain't that crazy though? Like that was his first step up
Hey,
fight. That's the
free.
fight we was like, oh yeah, he this gonna
Oh,
be a
free.
challenge for him.
Has he had the belts before, Mungia? Have he been
He was
he been
like
an
a, I think he was like a somewhat of a
interim or something?
like a regular champion, 154 at some point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was a champion at 154.
A
But
full champion though, not no interim
He
or.
was never no champion.
no, he was a full champion because there wasn't no WBA super.
Mm,
There wasn't no super champion at 54.
mm.
But he was an interim champion to uh, Jamal Charlo, and he was the mandatory to Bubu Anza. Well, he was the number one contender to Bubu Anza, but he would never fight Jamal or Bubu.
yeah.
You peep how he never fought Boo Boo though, right?
You
Alright.
already know.
I
Now,
never believed in him because he was like 45-0, and you go down his resume, you couldn't name none of them people. I'm like, man, get this boy. Like they always do that, but they like, but with black fighters, it's not like that. You feel me?
nah, you got to jump. You got to be a champ. Like you got to win. What Keyshawn do? Win a championship in like 12 fights. What Shakur do? About 14,
You
15
gotta
fights.
do it
With a champ.
early, man.
Yeah, like
And crime. Bubu wasn't trash at 54. He was trash when he got to 68, but at 54, Bubu wasn't trash. That's the reason why Canelo wouldn't fight him. But Bubu wasn't trash.
Because he definitely ducked that $40 million undisputed. It would have been his biggest payday to date at the time, and he ducked it.
yeah, he did.
That's like saying if
Bubu,
Benavidez lose to Zerto, he trash because he
that's the
moved
reason
up.
why. That's the reason why they wanted to see that Bubu versus Jamel Charlo.
Beat somebody first yourself.
Bubu manager robbed him of his money. He pulled out of the fight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep, pretty much. No, what a shame. We didn't get to
Now,
see them Charlos and Andre.
let me ask y'all this before we get out of here. Like, let's break down Benavidez Zerto Prize. Prize, what's your thoughts on that fight? Like, do you have Zerto giving David good competition? How you see that fight playing out?
Yeah, 100%. Because David, he'll bang. He'll stand there and bang with you. But I mean, Zerto can punch, man. I mean, you don't want to get hit in the head or upside your head or in the jaw. You know, on the top of your head, mess up your equilibrium or whatever. I think the fight gonna be a lot better than what people think. I think Zerto gonna be tough, but I give it like 8-4 Benavidez.
So you
I'm
got
gonna
to go
go.
in the full distance.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean Zerto can take a punch too. Has he ever been stopped? He only lost to
No,
one
he only
time,
lost one.
To
right?
Bivol.
To a highly skilled guy that can move. You know what I mean? David Benavidez ain't gonna be moving around there like Bivol. He gonna be right there. He can move a little bit. His defense got a little bit better, but I still think toward the end, as long as the fight goes, I see David start walking him down, banking a bunch of rounds. But I don't know about the stoppage. I'd be shocked on that, unless the referee jump in there because Zerto can't defend himself. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
You
But
know what?
sleeping him, I don't see that happening. I see it going 12.
You know what? I would have thought like Price thought prior to today. I was thinking like Price thought prior to today. Today, I just found out that Malik Scott is Gordo's trainer. I ain't got no faith in that. I think Gordo gonna get stopped.
Wow,
I think Gordo gonna get stopped, dog.
wow. You trying to
uh,
say Malik bad luck, Freezy? That's
No,
wow.
I think Malik tries to make fighters fight outside of their comfort zone. And I think he's going to try to have Gordo move around instead of standing in front. Because you know that David Benavidez throws a lot of shots. You know David Benavidez likes to throw combinations. David Benavidez will hit you with a 10 punch combination. You ain't able to see it coming. So I think he's
Hmm.
going to try to have Gordo move around with Gordo don't have no kick. And I think Gordo going to get beat up and get stopped. I don't think he's going to get knocked out. I think the doctor or the corner going to throw in the towel.
I give him a couple rounds, maybe three, maybe four at best, 3, 4. So anywhere from 8 to 4, 9 to 3, maybe. But I do give him some. I do give him some chance, a puncher's chance. You know what I mean? That's a big mofo. You see the face off? I was like, yo,
Yeah,
Zordo's a big dude, man.
yeah, he's a big dude. But see, the thing is, David Benavidez is comfortable with Zordo. He's been in the ring with Zordo
Yeah, they
for,
spar. You see the
for 5
sparring?
years. Yeah, they sparred for 5 years. So he's
Yeah.
comfortable with Zordo. Zordo hasn't gotten better throughout his years. He's still the same fighter he's always been.
Yep.
Zordo's the same exact fighter he's always been. David Benavidez has gotten better. So I think Zordo's going to be surprised how much better David Benavidez has gotten since the last.
Your mic cut out, bro.
Yeah,
We got we,
I think Zordo gonna be competitive, but I don't think he's skilled enough to beat Benavidez.
Nah,
I
I
think
don't
Benavidez
have a favorite
is
fighter.
not more skilled.
Air Prime. David Benavidez is not my favorite fighter. I have none.
Bro, he be
I
saying
just,
that about everybody who got a pick. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I just think David Benavidez is a much better fighter than Zordo is. I look at Zordo the same way I look at Jaime McGee. Zordo hasn't really done anything in his career. I mean, yes, he's been a champion, but who has he really beaten?
Jesse Hart. I ain't gonna lie. You got to look at that Jesse Hart fight. That Jesse Hart fight was a good one. Both of them.
It
Yeah.
was a good fight, but what level do you give Jesse Hart as a fighter?
He crafty though. It just
I,
I be looking at certain fighters and what they bring. He Jesse Hart crafty, bro.
I've
well,
been
but I,
watching Jesse Hart since he been a young kid because I used to go to the before they tore it down. I used to go to Joe Frazier gym with my man Latif, and Jesse was a kid then. He was really good amateur, and he's Cyclone Hart's son, and Jesse's crafty.
hold
Yeah,
up,
he's crafty. That was a good fight, but he's not
hold up,
like a
man.
B plus.
Aircraft said Zordo is more well-rounded as a boxer. More well-rounded than who? I know you ain't talking about than David Benavidez.
He probably talking about
I'm not comparing him. I'm just saying
No,
like
no, no.
the
I'm not
way he
talking about
handled
you.
it.
I'm talking about.
he
I'm
Oh,
probably
talking about
talking
what.
about Jesse Free.
my
I'm
bad,
talking
my
about
bad.
what he said. Zordo is more well-rounded as a boxer, and I'm like, than who? Are you talking about he's more well-rounded than David Benavidez? Because I would say the vast majority disagree with you.
Yeah, I think he was talking about Jesse Hart.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's more
Yeah,
rounded than nobody.
Zordo is a cruiserweight William Zapata. That's what Zordo is. He's a cruiserweight William Zapata. He throws a lot
Nah,
of
he
punches.
can punch though. He can punch.
Yeah, William Zapata can punch too. He
No,
throws
he
a lot of
can't.
punches. Neither one of them got one punch knockout power. David Benavidez don't have one punch knockout power. They're all accumulation of punches. All of them accumulation of punches. Neither one of them you say they're gonna go in there and hit you with one punch and you're gonna be knocked out. I
Yeah.
don't look at none of them like that. I
That's
think
why I
of
said Free. I don't think Benavidez is a sleep Zordo. If it does be a stoppage, I think that it will because the ref will wave it off. You feel me? I think it'll be like he probably can't protect himself or something like that. Maybe he's rocked, something like that.
hey, some people might say Williams Zapata is better than Zordo. Some people might say that.
I would say yeah.
nah. I can't say that.
Some people might say Williams Zapata is better than Zordo.
I would.
When's
He
the
got a
Pater
little bit
arguably
more
lost to
skills. I'm
Kevin?
not. I feel like he got more skills than him.
Yeah,
Mm.
hey, if you say he got more skill, then that means he's better. Now he hasn't fought better opponents than Zordo, but
Mm-mm.
if he got more skill, that means he's a better fighter than Zordo.
Mm. I like Zordo though. You know what I mean? He
I
repped
mean,
his
I
country.
like Zordo. I'm not saying he's a trash fighter. I
Nah,
just don't think. I think when a man's telling you he only got two more fights left and he's retiring, his foot is already out the door. I David Benavidez is looking to be a great fighter. He's looking to make his name in the sport. You got one guy that's already looking to retirement. You got another guy that's looking to make his mark in the sport. I'm going with the guy that's looking to make his mark in the sport over the guy retirement.
I can dig it. I think Benavidez is way more focused. You know what I mean? It's a this. Only thing I don't like about the fight is that he's talking about going back to 75. But then again, weight cut's part of the game.
I mean,
Well,
but I
everybody
don't
acting like they're not gonna give him credit for Zerto. They saying go fight Bivol.
no,
Bivol ducked.
I don't. Yeah, double up.
Bivol
I don't
injured
look at
though,
the
so
I don't look at the him going back to 75 as a big difference. I mean a big drop because he's only moving down 25 pounds. Like I said, these guys are dropping 30, 40 pounds just to make the weight classes they in now. So him just dropping 25 pounds, I don't look at it like that.
I thought he was fighting at 68 and then 75. He seemed like that's where he should be. But I ain't mad at it what he doing. That's legacy
Yeah, I
stuff.
mean, but what David Benavidez said, if y'all looked at the workout yesterday, he said this is the first camp that he went to where he didn't have to cut weight. He said, I feel great. He said, this
I
is the
bet.
first camp I've been to. I didn't have to cut weight.
That's not
And
necessarily a
that's
good
why I'm
thing though.
saying when him going back down in weight be tough, man. And Bevo's gonna be tough. You know what I mean? He gonna box
Uh,
and move.
I think he's gonna stop them.
Uh,
But I
I
don't
think he's
think
gonna,
that's the best thing though. The fact that he did have to cut weight, I think that's kind of dangerous in itself because he might not be in the best shape for real, for real.
yeah, I
I
mean,
mean, we never know. He might get to this weight class and say, you know what? I'm not moving back down.
right.
But the thing is with Benavidez, he don't. You can look at his body, you can tell he don't work out on none of his muscles.
Nah, he was a bigger kid back in the day anyway. Remember, you gotta remember that too. So he's a naturally big dude, you know what I mean? So as long as he keep his diet under control, he be all right. Don't
But he
just
wasn't
don't
going to the gym though
I mean,
when he
we
was
saw that.
big.
We saw that with Devin Haney. Devin Haney said, "I'm gonna fight at 40, then I'm gonna come back down." Devin Haney never came back down.
nah, he knew he wasn't coming. He was too big. And I think Benavidez might get up there and be like, nah, you know what? I changed my mind. Feel me? He might. You can't get mad at him. He can be like, that's a lot of weight, man. Now that because like you said, he ain't really have to cut nothing. You know what I mean? And now you want him to go, and then he's going to rehydrate. Now you want him to go back down. That's going to be a little bit more than 25 pounds. He got to
They
cut
said,
25 pounds to make weight, but
"Hey,
what
they
does he
said
got
this
to
is
shed off?
see," and that's the thing. They said Zordo walks around at 230,
Damn.
and he gotta cut down to 200. They said David Benavidez walking around at 205, so he only got to cut 5 pounds.
So if
That's
he,
not necessarily good.
so if he
I ain't
went
gonna
back
lie
to
to you.
75, I'm saying though, that's just the weigh in. But when you, how much is he? We don't know what he's going to be when he rehydrates.
I
You
mean,
know,
it all depends on like David Benavidez. I think he might rehydrate to maybe uh 210, maybe 215. It all depends on what he weigh in at. If he weighs in like 193, 194, he might rehydrate to like 210. If he weighs in at 198, he might rehydrate to 215, 220.
mm, that's too big. And that's a lot. All right, and when he does that, now y'all asking him to go back to 75. Man, that would
I'm
be
not asking him to do anything. That's
not
what he
you. I'm
said he's
talking
gonna do.
about the fans, and even him, I think he capping.
No,
I don't know what
the,
he gonna do.
the fans
Can't
ain't
say that.
asking him to do that. That's what he said he was going to do.
Yeah, true that. True that. True that.
If he would have never said he was coming back down, the fans wouldn't be saying it. They were saying go fight John next. But he said he was coming back down to fight Bivol and fight Arthur. So I mean, the fans
I
only
wouldn't
asked
do
him to
that.
do what he said he was going to do.
I wouldn't do that. Just health wise, not because I don't think he can. Because I think he beats both of them. But I don't like health wise. I don't think that he should. You know what I mean? I would go rumble Jai.
He said, that man, Aircraft said, how Bivol duck? Bivol ducked by saying he didn't want to fight on David Benavidez because he was going to fight Arthur, and he's not fighting Arthur. That's how he ducked. He dropped the belt. Said he was going to fight Arthur. He ain't fighting Arthur. He fighting some dude I ain't never even heard of.
Yeah, he skated up out of there.
man, I got Benavidez whipping on Ja, man. Ja didn't look good his last fight.
He looked
He better
okay.
not let Benavidez get acclimated.
Yeah, I think
And
I think David Benavidez. I think he gonna stop Ja in the later rounds. I
yeah,
think I think if Ja don't knock him out early, I think David Benavidez is gonna beat him up in the
Because
later
he gonna
rounds.
start walking him down free, and it's gonna
Yeah,
get ugly.
he gonna beat him up. Ja don't have a gas tank. I never noticed that until this last fight. And then I started looking at all his other fights. If he doesn't stop you in the early rounds, he slows down a lot. I didn't even
Mhm.
realize that. He slows down a lot in the later rounds.
Yeah, he's fun to watch
Absolutely.
though, but he does with gas though. And David Benavidez, we ain't seen him tired yet. So I mean,
Mhm.
all these styles make fights. Go ahead, three.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. You already know. And we just got to keep building, man. We working. This gonna be a phenomenal weekend of fights. I'm definitely riding with Inoue in this matchup. I'm not like Junto. I want to see him do well, but I just feel like Inoue, his combination punch is gonna be too much. I like combination punchers like Inoue and like Benavidez. I'm picking both of them to win. And it's gonna be a good weekend, man. Listen, appreciate all the love and support. Look at our members, members on the panel. We building, brothers supporting each other. Listen, that's a big deal. That we don't see that. That's a rare thing. A lot of times we see brothers giving each other the wrong advice. You know, teaching them how to be players, teaching them how to pimp, teaching them how to sell drugs. They're not teaching them how to invest their money, invest their time wisely. They're not teaching them how to. You gotta see what you reap, what you sow. You sow good things, you'll reap good things. You sow negativity, you'll reap negativity. Every action you take is seeds that you sow into your future and into your children. So that's you got to be very cognizant of these things, and everything we do, we have to be intentional and purposeful about it because our kids are at stake. It's just that simple. So listen, everybody have a blessed, not stressed weekend. Enjoy your family, enjoy your loved ones. Enjoy some good boxing on Saturday. We're gonna be back next week. Y'all know we go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 to 3. So we're gonna keep building. Any last words, fellas, before we close it out? Talk to me.
I'm excited for the fights, man. Everybody be safe.
Yeah.
So try to
What you
get
want?
BBO to go. We try to probably try to get BBO to go live on some of these fights. So you can
Good.
check us out over there.
Good. BBO Sports TV.
That's we
More
need.
than likely he'll go live. I'm gonna be in Maryland. Free. I'm gonna go up to the live casino and watch the fights. I'm seeing one of my friends up there. So I'll be over there on Saturday night watching the fights. And it's been a while since I've been up there, so I'm doing that. But listen, oh yeah, and they got Pro Box this Friday. I'm not gonna make it to the fights on Friday in Pro Box, but that's at Maryland Live Casino as well. They're gonna have the
Mm.
Mongolia Mole and Jordan Roach and David Whitmire and Ben Johnson. So if you can, I couldn't get no decent seats by the time I looked, so I decided not to go to this one. But I mean, get the Mongolian Mole with Ben Johnson and Francis Scarborough and David Whitmire and Jordan Roach. That's that's good. That's good money. So that's gonna be a lit situation. So make sure y'all check out Pro Box tonight. And then also, if you can, wake up in the morning, watch Junto versus Inoue. And then after that, Saturday night, the Zone pay-per-view, David Benavidez, the Mexican Monster versus Zerto. I'm expecting a hell of a fight. Let me say, shout out to everybody that put some color in the chat. That helped the channel grow. That's building us up. I appreciate Kale kicking us off and Prize following suit and letting us know we definitely working. Kale was back in there saying congratulations to Prize. Prize won our members only raffle. So
Yeah, appreciate it.
so shout out to my
And
brother
I got my
Prize.
bread too, just to let y'all know.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
real.
yeah, absolutely. This is
And
not a
y'all
game.
knew if I was gonna win, y'all knew I wasn't trading it in.
Yeah, because well, people with money, they ain't giving it away
Nope.
haphazardly. That's why I be telling people, man, y'all work too hard, too smart for your money. If you gonna sow money, sow it into people doing the right things. Don't
Yep.
sow it into people tricking it off and being irresponsible and just giving it away. Sowing the good people doing good things. Shout out to the family Bentley supporting us as well, putting some color in the chat. Listen, build. Build, continue to work, invest in the right people, invest in the right things. I appreciate all the support always. I'm a sign off. Listen, God bless y'all. I'm gonna leave y'all with this: as men, as women, we have to lead by example, and that's what Carrie was saying. B3. I started one way, I'm gonna end another way. I realized that I'm called to do greater things. I'm called to stand out, not stand in. So I can't be successful. I've never been able to be successful doing what everybody else do. Now I've always been successful doing what I do, being myself. When I play ball, I used to shoot deep threes. I used to shoot anywhere. And I never seen a shot I didn't like. People started mimicking me. So if y'all can mimic, if people start mimicking me, putting God first, then that's what God intended. Sowing into your families, not being profane, not being lustful, not being filled with addictions, not being perverse. Uh, that's what we're gonna sow now. We're not sowing negativity. We gotta have the youth look up to us. You know, our women need us to be examples. Men need right relationships and good brothers that they can count on as well. So this thing is gonna come full circle. The right people are gonna come around us and support us, and we just gonna keep building day by day. God got us while the devil lurking. At the end of the day, we always working. Shout out to the Sports Star Network, the People's Network. Let's go green.
I need money.